Welcome to Beesalong. When a swarm leaves the hive, it settles in a convenient place and sends out scouts like these, and they're looking for somewhere dark, weatherproof, with a defensible entry and of sufficient volume. An ideal trap is an already set up brood box. So if you actually catch a swarm, all you have to do is move it to its temporary home. It's late September, and on my Facebook page there's many reports of swarms. So although my girls don't seem to give any indication of this, I'm going to put up a swarm trap in the same place as I did last year. Now I'm using a 8-frame box, which is a good volume, and it's not too bulky and heavy to maneuver into position. Note I've put two 1.5mm pop sticks at the far end of the box. This is so I can achieve the correct 6mm bee space. Now I'm going to use 2 frames, a second hand, they've been cleaned up and in the freezer for 48 hours. This is important as it will kill off any eggs or pathogens that might be on the frames. Then 1 frame of wax foundation. Now there's 8 frames in. Notice I've got an arrow on each frame, so that if I manipulate the box later on, I'll be putting them back in exactly the same place. I have pre-drilled a hole in a lollipop stick, made sure my frames are all up tight, and then fastened it with a little screw. Now this is to prevent all these frames moving about when you're moving the hive itself. I'm going to use this old solid bottom ball for this swarm hive, but I will, when I put it in its permanent location, change it for a wire mesh bottom with a beetle trap. I'm going to bait the hive with lemongrass oil. You can buy commercial swarm attractions like Swarm Commander, but I always found this to be pretty good. Use a Q-tip to wipe just inside the entrance. Don't overdo it, it's quite strong stuff. Securely fasten the cotton bud to the top of the frame with some tape. Now don't forget an inner cover. This one is vented, so the bees might not like it, so I'll cover it over and block it off. Next is a telescoping lid. Now you will need a strap, something substantial, probably able to take, say, about 12 kilos, because you may get a few kilos of bees inside the box. Now I hang mine in a tree on a chained pulley. I'm not into climbing up trees and trying to nail platforms and then carry the box up and put it in place and then retrieve it again later. So I think my method is very simple. Before you deploy your trap, make sure that you've got a means of actually closing in the bees when you move it. I just use a piece of timber which I can bring down and screw over the entry. And there's my trap. That's about 3 meters off the ground, and that is far more attractive to the scout bees than if it was on the ground. Now remember, you must inspect every day, and as soon as you see you've caught a swarm, don't leave it for more than 2 days before taking it down. In part 2, I'll show you the method for moving your hive to its permanent place. For future videos and updates, please subscribe, then click the bell.